Here comes Bracknell. Bracknell on the way out. So kickoff's about to start. Miserable conditions here today. Right, until my co-commentators come, I'm going to put the referees.
You ready?
Mic up.
You ready? Maidenhead, you ready? Bracknell, you good? Time is on. Hands off, leave! No advantage, number 8. Side. Five in. That is the centre of the line out. Bracknell, let's go.
Hello and welcome back to Braywick Park for this Maidenhead second team game versus Bracknell third team. Just scored a try by our number 10 and a great kick between the posts. 7-0 to Maidenhead. think our other commentary, Tom, is just arrived as well. Bracknell to kick off after the Maidenhead try. Apologies for the noise, just trying to keep all the equipment dry from the rain.
Can we keep the ball over here and here so we're not constantly wasting
As it stands, Maidenhead 2's at top of their league with Bracknell in 9th after losing 4 and winning 1. Maidenhead 5 wins and 1 loss. Knock on by Maids, scrum down, Bracknell ball.
Nice one, bye.
See the packs being tested here, both got some big boys up front.
Stand up. 1 or 3. Number 1. Make sure we're driving straight like you already did.
Ref just making sure that this scrum is set.
Stand up.
That's it. Penalty to Maids, lovely, good start. Yeah, Mike here.
And apologies for the lateness. We're up and running now.
Now the show started.
Managed to catch that one underneath the sticks on the way in.
Yeah, lovely little try there.
Also, we haven't done an intro.
Do you want to do it in?
Yeah.
Right to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Brad Wilkins. I'm up here commentating with Tom today. I'm part of the Maidenhead media team. And just thought I'd step into the box today to see what the other side was like.
And it's an absolute pleasure to have you. Staring right across from your beautiful logo on the far side.
Yeah, lovely little orange logo down there in the bottom left. Part of the media house.
Shout out to the boys as Rolly gets the ball to put this one in about midfield. Really good claim up high in the wet. And the second time in 5 minutes with a big boy rumbling in midfield.
Looking to get a quick ball here.
Bracknell unlucky there, trying to reach forward, but big long arms make it hard for any jackler to go and get them. Will Manning places the ball back inside. Lewandowski's down on the wing, and not entirely sure what's just gone on there.
Coming back for the high tackle there.
I think that's what we call a brain fart, Brad, for the big boy there. Trying a little nudge with the right boot down the right sideline, kicking it straight out, but main out advantage, and away we go.
Not everyone's got that Chris Gill footwork on the left hand side.
They do not, and not everyone has a left boot, clearly. And as the rain continues to patter, we've got a few leaks falling in the media booth, but we're here and so are you, as Sammy B gets the ball over. Good win last time, nice clean line out. Rolly will hope to produce more of the same here, this time in more of an attacking position, just the nice side of the 22. Bracknell being told to take a few steps off the line. Swinney with the 13 shirt gets on all the way up, same line once again for the big boy in midfield.
I think we'll be saying a lot more of that today.
Yep, wins the line, and he's through. Elliot Monk sees the hole.
Good IQ there.
Late rotation from Bracknell. The boys see Maidenhead lining up out on the right hand side. Forget that the little Monk always has his eyes on the sniper around there. Great pick up, great vision, and another 5.
That's a great play from the line out as well. I think everyone can be happy with that.
Yeah, that's Cammy ball. Unconventional to have your centre being lifted, but needs must for a 2 side. Stay locked is the call from the boys at the back.
Haven't seen a lot of attacking force from Bracknell as of yet.
They look like they've got some decent size. A few players maybe a little better around the middle than you would like, but definitely some decent size, and there should be some power in that team as Hayward collects the ball and dishes inside to JJ.
Yeah, unfortunately I don't think we'll be seeing some textbook made ball at Braywick today because of the rain, but there's plenty of big ball carriers in there to stuff off the jumper.
Well, if you have carries like that all game long, making 3 people miss, not a lot of room to play with. This one will come high over the top, always nasty in the rain, and this one drifting with the wind. Oh, wasn't sure. Does in fact very well to collect that under pressure.
Beats 2, makes some
And
good yards.
stays inbounds as well. Fantastic work from the back 3 there. And this one looks like, yeah, JJ thinking he'd won it. Hands were on the ground. A very clear instruction from the ref there. I'm not sure that demonstration was necessary, but Bracknell will have a chance to clear. Difficult angle from the sideline, especially for a right footer.
Just got to make sure here.
Yeah.
Yeah, safe.
Always a difficult technique. You can kind of try and have the ball horizontal, kick the left hand side of the ball so you get the spin towards the outside. You can try a spiral, or you can just kind of take what you've given, kick the ball straight, make sure it goes out, and just kind of launch an attack from your line out. And this one goes wide, not the best put in. It's fumbled by the jumper, and JJ collects. And it'll be a Maidenhead ball. Maidenhead are looking to attack the halfway line now.
Yeah,
That ball is never ever leaving those mitts, and not sure why anybody fell for the eyes there, as CT needs to get back on side. Does well. Great kick in behind, finds grass. A lot of pressure that Sweeney can put on it if he can wrap up. Good pace away. Sits someone down and through the middle as well. JJ finally wraps him up, but he manages to get the offload. Good tackle out wide, and drags the toes.
That's why it's good to have a person like JJ on the side. Good chase by the Maids boys, but good evasion.
Yeah, it's all, your kick chase is kind of only as good as your weakest chaser. Doesn't matter how much pressure Swinney puts on there, he's never going to beat a man when he's running full plate towards him and all he needs to do is step to one side. It's all about the second and the third players, which were a little bit further behind than Maids would have liked, but they're still Maids ball. This time they go to Liam Wandowski, who does really well, gets over the gain line nicely. There's a big hole if Freddie Tipton can look outside him. He get numbers around the corner there. Freddie just, and he does get the offload away. Manning looked to shift it, wasn't on. Always going to slip out when you're trying to flick that off the fingertips with the wet ball. Yeah, Freddie Tipton, good carry in midfield, but he actually made 3 men bite in from the outside, and the winger was sitting on Sam Bunton on the wide. So if he just had a bit more support out wide and a bit more comms, someone like Louis Monk should be taking advantage of that and going through that huge hole. Bracknell have the put in, they'll have the chance to clear their own lines.
2 evenly matched scrums, I would say, from the first couple of scrums.
Bracknell will load the open side here. 4 men out there to the Maidenhead 3. Maidenhead will be hoping that either of the Monk twins can get across if Bracknell do decide to attack.
Ref just having a few words with the front row boys, I think.
We'll do our best to try and translate the ref mic. I think it's potentially some of the weather causing some issues there. That's a very strong voice.
Yeah.
I feel like I can hear that in my ears rather than in from the mic. Big Freddie does well to get that away. So when he has a chance, well wrapped up from the open side winger there. JJ with a suicide ball that doesn't get given, thankfully.
Rowley's calling for it out wide there.
And really well read, was telegraphed the whole way. The advantage was quite long for that. Wow, I feel like you launch your attack down the wing from a knock-on advantage. If you manage to get the ball to the winger who has a one-on-one, I feel like that is your advantage for a knock-on like that.
Yeah, that's a bit fortunate.
In an attacking attacking scrum, it is a big chance. So understandable, but I think Bracknell can feel a bit hard done by that.
Hopefully the boys are going to be switched onto that now and just making sure that their balls out wide are not as telegraphed.
Good to see Rowley throwing the hand up there for one, but if he's going to be the outside man running the double hard line, the inside guy needs to step off a bit. He was kind of in front, which kind of didn't make that Rowley wasn't actually an option. As Freddie does well to dig it out the back, Monkey will just have to keep hold of this one. And yet again, another fantastic demonstration from the ref. I think he's just, I mean, for a bloke who's getting on in years, he can get down there.
He's done it again as well.
The tap and go from Rowley. So dumb from
the we don't need to see that. He's a strong runner, but I don't think he can take on those two big boys.
Yeah, and also just the childhood tap and go there, just
not off the floor.
Just nail it against your own foot and never leaves the hand. So Rowley throwing his hat in the ring for an early fine there.
Hopefully someone's going to take that. Yeah.
And we'll. This is not a waterlog issue. We're just trying to redo some of these signals. We'll be back in very shortly. Yeah. And Bracknell are in here. If they can. That's so unlucky. Just can't collect it. It would have been in as well because he had a support man outside him. He could have offloaded in the tackle and they would have been under the sticks.
Another let off by Maidenhead there.
The kick was on. He just kind of hesitated and then three men in front of him tried to go with a flat kick to kind of put the roll and make some ground, but when you're under pressure like that, you just got to kind of raise the angle that you're kicking at.
Yeah, also testing these Bracknell boys with a bit of high ball as well with this weather would be not a bad shot, I think.
It will be a Maidenhead put-in. We'll try and keep you informed of what's going on here.
And we're back on.
And Monkey does find some space. He is wrapped up.
Needman over there.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Wow, and fantastic work from the number 9, from the Bracknell 9 there, getting his hands on the ball and winning the pen and eating the challenge from Freddie Tipton, the Maidenhead 8.
That's putting your body on the line there.
It is. Yeah, took a big shot to the back there from 2 Maidenhead clearers, but they weren't quick enough. And if only every time you got a little injury like that, it was from winning a penalty.
Yeah, it's not bad
every day of the week,
as we can see here. Yeah, a good counter challenge, but
and a fantastic kick here.
He's found it.
Referee slightly disagreeing with the lino, moving it out to 5. Lino just kind of forgot that it was a minimum of 5 metres out.
That's the beauty of grassroots rugby, I think. He's just trying to get those extra yards for his boys.
Yeah. And Bracknell will have a fantastic opportunity to even out this score just a little bit.
If there's anything I know about Bracknell, they do love a little rolling maul.
Well, this is where, wow, great technique, holds the jumper up to give his time, and the ball is broken. Oh, and it's into a score.
Yeah, so that is
a bit of a messy maul. I'm not sure whether it was an intentional kind of trickery, but catcher went down. They took the ball and kind of attacked both sides at the same time and caught Maidenhead unawares. And try for number 2. I don't have a team sheet on me right now, so I can't tell you who that is, but
yeah, 3 or more years of playing at Bracknell, especially at their place, they do love a rolling maul no matter what the age is. So that's in their DNA.
And just like that, 14-5 with an extra 2 to come. bit of extra time setting that ball up. Maybe the wind and the rain messing up with his normal routine. He's got the tower tee, ball nice and flat, so you'd expect this to be a kind of a low-driven style conversion with the right foot.
Good chase from Luke Hayward there.
Exactly that, and it's a great shot.
Nice.
2 more for Bracknell, 14-7.
This is a game where you need your extra points. I reckon it'll be quite tight. It's not the most free-flowing of games today.
Yeah, and it's exactly how you want to kind of hit those. Not quite the sideline, but you know, a few metres out from the touch. You leave those up in the air, the wind, the rain, mess around with them. You just get your head over the ball, drill it nice and low, and that's what you get. As Bracknell collect, and they'll play nice and short here. Don't expect anything silly.
Make some yards.
Freddie Tipton stays in the backfield for the inevitable clearance, but it is a foul.
So Maids line out on that far side. Another great position, similar to where the play started last time.
Yeah, and you'll be expecting the Maids boys to start making their way over to midfield. The big ball carriers. No, we're going to go 7-man. So full line out for Maids. Are they going to try a maul of their own? They've just been beaten down the other end. Is this a chance to get payback, or have they learned that maybe they don't have the maul?
Oh, yeah. Kept it in.
Ball is clean as Bracknell, lots of the Bracknell boys
lovely move
kind of decide that they don't want anything to do with it and leave a big hole in the middle, and the Maidenhead ball rumbles over.
Yeah, that'll be a good trading round move, I hope.
And try for number 4 there.
Is that Liam Wondowski? No. Levi.
Try number 4, Levi Meek.
Not seeing a lot of ball out to the backs today. I think it might be a cold day for Sam Bunton on the wing.
Yeah, I think he's got to make the most of the chances when they do come. Same, I don't think I've seen Louis Monk, don't think I've seen many of the backs really have a true dig at it.
Which is a shame, because obviously after watching the caught up with the Marlow stream,
so Bracknell have another chance, this time swapping once again. They kind of go in whichever side the 10 fancies, it looks like. This time they'll be kicking to the Maidenhead right. This one will go very deep. It will need to be collected by Freddie.
Nice collect there.
Yeah, that one would have been actually that's a really nice drop start.
Taking 3 men to stop him.
It would have been a kind of a defensive line out in their own 22. So well dealt with from Freddie, and a great carry to pick himself out. Nicely
held by Rory there.
Knees on the ground. So Maidenhead will play again as CT on his own a little bit, but does really well to rumble through.
Interesting seeing CT as pop today. Yeah. I didn't know he had that in his repertoire, but.
And there is space wide and a lot of space in the back. Again, that kind of low-driven one, hoping that it'll skid on. The bounce is quite nicely for the Bracknell 15.
Good pressure by Sam.
Excuse the kick, but that's a nasty one to deal with. Well collected from Hayward. And the open space is exactly what this boy wants. He'll open up his legs a little bit. He's through the middle, and it looks like he will not be caught. Little shimmy for no reason, and the try in the corner.
And that's textbook Luke Hayward there. That's exactly not what their 15 wanted to happen. Big gap in the middle there.
Yeah, exactly the type of thing we were talking about on the previous Maidenhead kick chase. When you put the ball in the back, you've got to be willing to come and make the tackles, and Bracknell not organised enough, leaving a big hole through the middle. And if there's one man that's going to find it, it's the blue scrum hat, little skimpy boy at the back.
That's the only ball he'll be getting all day, I think.
Yeah.
Those long kicks.
Had a think about stepping back inside the fullback to go under the sticks there. Decided that he would have got a huge fine if he'd have been tackled. So
exactly.
I'll take what I've got and just dot this down in the corner.
Ooh, and a wayward kick there. It's quite a hard one on that right side. But I think if we can keep these Bracknell boys moving around, I reckon we've got the backs to
It
burn them.
looks like a tired side kick chase. That looked like a 75th minute kick chase.
Yeah, the comms clearly weren't there as well, and I just don't think the reactions were.
Yeah, that's not a good sign for a team looking to claw back into a lead in the 20th minute, leaving holes like that. And this one, again, a nice distance.
Collected by
Levi. Have
Levi.
to deal with.
Nice yardage there.
It's something, it's something that Bracknell really have to discuss at half time, is the fact that these kicks are being beautifully placed out near the touchline, and every single time Maidenhead are running back inside 4 or 5 men and making a load of yards. The kick chase from the inside is what's letting Bracknell down. They're getting their wingers up through, which is forcing them inside exactly as you want, but then the inside cover is letting them down.
Yeah, and that looks to be their forwards not spreading out wide enough. And yeah, it's not good to see the no first tackles being made there. Taking a few people to get our boys down.
And CT with a quick jog off. He's broke his finger or something. Oh, he's got a yellow card. Right.
I think that was,
and it's a clear out.
I think it was
possibly a high shot on a clear out, something in the ruck. We didn't have the ref mic on for that. On the replay it's not quite clear. Happened in the kind of bundle, so don't think it was anything deliberate. Kind of just a bit late on the clear, maybe a little bit higher than he would have liked.
And a chance for Bracknell now to put us into a defensive position down the right hand side, or the left hand side.
And a chat from the Bracknell captain here with the referee, making some kind of gesture, holding on, lifting his knee. Few of the Bracknell players wanting to get something to across to the referee that they're not that fond of. Referee nods them and then doesn't bring the Maidenhead captain over to tell them, which is
an empty threat.
Yeah, I mean, as a captain, when you kind of tell the ref something and then he just says, "Yeah, cheers, mate," and then parks it in the back pocket, it's a bit demoralising.
Refs asked for a new ball there.
And here we go. Is it going to be a better kick from the Bracknell 15? Is this going to be... Oh, doesn't back it. Goes for the grubber. Hits his own player.
Trying to play it too safe.
If there's ever a chance to make something magical happen, it's when it's a dead ball and you can just launch
spiral in, Not a bad turnout in the stands here today, I think, as well.
And Maidenhead go up early. Second jumper there.
Knock on advantage.
Wow, and
knock on from Bracknell, yeah?
Yeah. Maidenhead can get this ball away.
Good yardage there.
Two a nice double tackle there, reasonably high. But referee happy with it being chest high, or maybe he wasn't. Not rolling away.
I said there was a knock on, but equally, mate, I need to hear it.
And too much chat from the Bracknell team. Referee not having any of it.
And that's on the roof. Lovely.
Not the best clearance. Looked like it kind of skewed off the inside of the instep of the foot there. 10 metres made, maybe. So Maidenhead still in a defensive position, still work to do to try and get out there, but they've shown so far if they want to make yards, then they will in this midfield, especially with Levi and Freddie lining up. Monkey caught with a good chase. And Bracknell at times showing actually like a really solid defence, and at other times looking rather weak. It's a fumble. It's the second time we've seen that on the ground from Levi. Just not quite securing his own ball as he's trying to put it back for his 9.
A good defensive set here from Bracknell, really, making those first time tackles.
Yeah, and forcing Maidenhead into kicking. Monkey will put that skywards. It's and another under pressure, another unbelievable claim.
Yeah, he's solid start.
Neither player really getting off the ground. They're great double tackle. Neither player getting off the ground in that aerial battle, but Bracknell come away with it. Steps back inside.
Maidenhead defence is quite narrow here.
Number 2, Maidenhead, high tap.
And Rowley giving away the high tackle there.
High tackle.
And nobody really fancies kicking this. Oh, there he is.
Yep.
And this same one again. You won't expect this to go too far with the right boot. I think he'll play this one safe. I think Maidenhead being pretty optimistic, sending a player back on like the 5 metre line to cover that. Or maybe pessimistic.
I saw Bracknell knock it on, but anyway.
The lino giving a bit of chat to the ref there.
The Bracknell lino just letting the ref know what he thought of the decision.
Another beauty of grassroots rugby.
Yeah, go and get yourself in a pink shirt, mate, and then we'll see what happens.
Bit of a bitty game to start with in the...
Yeah, we had some rugby played earlier on. I don't know whether the yellow has
slowed it down.
Maybe, but I feel like we haven't had anything to commentate on other than set pieces for 5 or so minutes now. Bracknell get up really early. Wow, great offload out the back. That looked like it went back as well.
You will need a prop. You will need a prop.
Someone's got to step up here.
Yeah, they do. I think there is a prop. Liam Wandowski in second row has played prop before, so you'd expect him to come in and make that. No, they're selling the big man on.
Is that Freddie?
Yeah, they're sending the black belt on in Thai boxing. 0-1 record.
And there's that
Ben Gill will see what he can do in this scrum. You can spot him from the Bracknell stripe down his shorts.
It's been quite a solid scrum so far, so let's see how this affects things.
Yeah, whether this will push it one way or the other.
JJ swinging to 8 as well.
Freddie not that happy that he's been pulled off there when there's maybe other props that could have just slotted in. JJ does well to dig it out. Luke Haywood goes the wrong way. Maybe a purposeful, or maybe just not passing the call on. Oh, Freddie's still on. Oh, there he goes. Freddie rumbles on, makes a few metres. There is so much space if they can play quick. No, Rook's too slow, and it'll go into the backfield.
Testing these boys.
And he'll sling it to midfield. No, he won't. And he'll try and take on the Maidenhead attack. Yeah, double tackle, really well done. As we have a look at this replay, the penalty's called for being in front of the kicker there.
And a quick tackle.
And if it's Will Manning, he's about 10 metres ahead of him. No, it's not. Yeah, unlucky that. They are just slightly ahead. Good call from the ref there.
Scrum from the kick or 22? Scrum from the kick or 22?
And a strange...
I would definitely pick a 22 here. I don't know how good the Maidenhead boys are. I guess we've been rumbling. If you've got a player with a decent boot, I feel like in this weather, sky ball in a 22 is a decent kind of attacking option. But
in that case,
scrum. They haven't lost many. I don't think they've lost a single one of their own scrums, so a sensible decision. But with 7 men, no 8 at the back to collect any ball, and the balls have come ricocheting out the back on several occasions that JJ's had to deal with. So we'll see how this one goes. Monkey with the put in. Lou and
solid there.
And a nice move. That one straight off the Will Greenwood textbook. Louis Monk maybe should have given that. Haywood did have space and it would have been a 2-on-1 out wide if it did come out. Kept hold of it well though.
Solid ruck there.
Maynard will reset.
Flat ball to JJ and...
Yeah, well read in defence there from Bracknell, bringing JJ down early. You'll hope to sling this wide now. Oh.
that was the tap on, I reckon, that.
Yeah, just take... Yeah, does well. Realised, well held from Rowley. Fend is real... just leaves the ball behind. For some reason, Rowley decided he'd have enough. Done one, and that's it. Have that, Bracknell.
Don't need those extra yards.
Yeah.
Rowley would rather get in a scrum there.
Yeah.
What's your follow through, mate? Just mind your follow through, please. Scrum, Bracknell ball. There's your mark.
Nah, Rowley's got to redeem himself by winning this scrum, I reckon.
Oh, what did you tell me? Otherwise I have to flick through a few screens.
Rowley definitely putting himself up for a couple of fines after the game. I'm sure Will Manning will be keeping a note of that. Good scrum by Bracknell. And a good tackle there by Swinney there. Some quick yardage here by Bracknell.
Yeah, and Bracknell going through the phases quite nicely. Just kind of one-out runners though, not really a lot of attacking variation.
That ball is squirming out of the ruck there. Oh.
Yeah, and there's always a few bits going on when the ball just randomly kind of skews out like that. Somebody under pressure on the floor, poking it out. Be a Bracknell knock-on. No. Confusing signals there from the ref.
I think that was a Bracknell knock-on from...
Was he facing the... Yeah, there we go. There's a knock-on by Maidenhead and a Bracknell put in.
Yes. Yeah, today with the ball does decide that it can go whatever direction it wants to go in.
Yeah, the rain has let up a little bit. It's kind of moved to that fine rain kind of thing. And a good afternoon to you, May, as Rowley's doing his best to put on his worst show for you.
I think this is a chance for him to come alive, definitely in the second half.
And a big shout out to Gilly as well. Nice to have you on board, pal. Bracknell have the put in. Maidenhead very tight in the backs, kind of matching up to the way that Bracknell are playing. Normally you kind of leave one of your wingers a little bit deeper. There's a lot of space in the back left, and Sammy does go high, and yeah, there's so much room out there.
Covering there from Luke.
And you just kind of relying...
Oh, that's a great kick.
Yeah, and
it's a great
really
kick.
Strange decision there. I think...
Hopefully someone can have a word.
I mean, as a 15... You kind of want your wingers to do your job for you. As a 15, you're kind of the last resort, making tackles and kind of claiming kicks. If your wingers are running your backfield properly, you kind of shouldn't have to do anything. And Luke Hayward leaving himself a hell of a lot to do to cover both sides of the pitch there. Sammy Bunton flying up in the line, and Bracknell put a fantastic kick in. Bit of a luck with the bounce, but...
Not a great position,
yeah, you can kind of only run that defence if you're certain that the opposition 10 has no boot whatsoever, and Bracknell proving them wrong there.
The yellow cards are back on now as well. CT back on the pitch.
Yeah, Gilly was off to get some oxygen. That's a good 5 minutes for him there.
Offside there from the line out.
Silly mistake to make there. After a great kick, taking advantage of some poor Maidenhead defence to then just give them a let-off, as this one will be dropped short if they can claim it. Does knock it backwards, and he does well with the counter. He'll go around the outside, run straight into Will Manning, manages to get the offload away. Oh, can't quite open his big stride there, gets chopped down. As there's gaps in the Maidenhead midfield, You've got Will Manning and Rowley next to each other in midfield, a 1 and 2, which as a Bracknell back, that's just such a shame. As a Bracknell back, your eyes should be lighting up, gleaming, looking at a front row prop and a hooker next to each other in midfields during open play.
Even on a day like today.
Even on a day like today.
Over here?
In fairness, Will Manning and Rowley are more of the mobile props I've seen.
They are, but even so, any self-respecting centre should be eyeballing that and licking their lips.
Again, not a lot of phases at the moment, which is quite favourable to Bracknell, it seems.
It has. I feel like Bracknell, although the score is obviously 26-7, think Bracknell have momentum right now. It's been a long old while since I've had to crane my neck to the right and look at some Maidenhead pressure. The territory is all Bracknell. They just haven't come away with any kind of even close to points.
And there's nothing been through the hands either from Bracknell. It's definitely been exactly what we're seeing here. Long kicks into the corners.
Yeah, the Maidenhead D's been really great, but every time they're making their tackles, they're not giving up too much yardage. They're kind of making Bracknell make mistakes, but then not clearing, but once they do clear, not holding them down the other end, allowing the kind of the kick chase to come back in.
And obviously this ball is very greasy today.
Great steal up in the air there from JJ and does well with the outside of the right boot. Is he going to find grass? He is. Does fantastically well on the clearance there.
It's a much better position for us to play.
I think it's James. We apologise, our team sheet is incredibly out of date. Chris?
Yeah, that's the new lad. Scored 5 at Marlow.
Oh, so he's not even on the team sheet?
I think he is.
I think he was on the travelling reserves list.
Okay, and that looked
forward.
Yeah, it looked definitely forward, but the referee
good hands on that from Levi, I think there. Yeah, great ruck there.
Yeah, well done, Levi. Fantastic. Makes the challenge, stays nice and tall, releases it. Yeah, and puts 2 absolute mitts on the ball.
Huge.
And this one will be a nice little clearance. Yeah, good strike there. 2 great kicks in a row from the Maidenhead 10. So Maidenhead will have the put into this line out. Rowley's done pretty well out there so far, and his jumpers JJ, Swinney have fought quite well in the air. A couple of steals on defensive balls and making the most of their own ball as well. This time he'll go up, another good claim. Well, Monkey's been under a hell of a lot of pressure every time that ball's been ditched down to him. I think
very good to get that away.
I think if you're missing,
not a lot of rolling away there from Bracknell.
But the ball left there, yes.
Yeah.
I do agree with. Oh, that's actually quite unlucky from Bracknell, to be honest. Maynard getting away with a sloppy ruck, but another chance to just keep marching down the field. Yeah, and kind of on these lineouts, with the loss of Paul, well, we say loss, but kind of promotion of Paul to the ones. You've lost your kind of 2's team main line-out caller, and I think there's a few things that Maidenhead can look at. If they're playing down to Monkey off the top, it looks like they maybe just need to hold on to the ball another second and stay in the air another second, because as soon as it goes in the hands, they're throwing it down to him, and Bracknell are flooding through. He's had to pull the pass several times, and there's no bigger killer from the back than when your 9 has to pull the pass to the 10 and you don't get the chance to rumble in the midfield. So if you hold the ball out there and Bracknell go, they're offside. So something for Maidenhead to think about.
Yeah, definitely giving Monkey a bit more of a platform, and definitely giving our number 10 a bit more platform to play some nice ball as well.
Well, this one will be the same front ball. Yeah, Levi will pull this out, and exactly the same. And oh God, Bracknell backline so slow to come up there.
So,
kind of just waiting for the big man to get a full head of steam before deciding to take him on. But the extra roll getting done, a new-ish rule.
You definitely don't want to be letting our big runners getting up to a head of steam as well.
Yeah, and as a back it is always tough, because you don't want to go too early, and if the ref isn't exactly on it with kind of holding his arm and dropping it, letting you know when to come up. But as soon as there's a maul and somebody detaches from it, your first job has got to take 4-5 steps forward. You cannot let a big boy like that get a head of steam to just try and run over the top of you.
Absolutely agree with that.
And Bracknell will just take the easy tap, and they'll call it a half there. as the boys are pretty happy to make their way into the changing rooms.
Yeah, I think it will be an interesting team talk, because obviously the first 15 to 20 minutes for Maidenhead were strong, scoring those tries, but definitely in the last 15 it's been a bit slow to react to some Bracknell pressure, I think.
Yeah, there's a few things, if I were in both teams' changing rooms right now, that I'd be looking to try and address. I think first and foremost you can see Bracknell. I think the Bracknell 10's just standing too far away from his 9. Anytime in a single game you get 4 passes down to your knees off first ball and you fumble them forwards because they're too low, it kind of seems like it's not the 9's problem. If he can't make that pass how you want it, you've got to adapt to the 9 that you're playing with. Yeah, exactly. And again, especially on a day like today, you want to make sure that your 9 and your 10 are getting clean ball and give them every opportunity to play some ball. Because at the moment, like you said, a lot of drops, and just the platforms aren't there to build off, which is why we're not seeing a lot of multi-phase play. Yeah, and just because it's a wet day and you're tightening up doesn't mean that you can't still play the same way that you want to. Doesn't mean that you have to just play tuck it up the jumper, run one route runners. You can run the same moves, you can put it through the hands, you can still draw players and create space in a tight area as long as your skills are up to par. Yeah, and we know a lot of players on this team week in, week out for the twos are performing at a high level, so they can definitely play ball, especially in this weather. But a strong half, I think, all things considered. Hopefully the boys are looking to put a lot more scores on the doors in the second half. And we don't at the moment have any score updates from the ones who are away at Farnham today. If we do get anything through, we'll pass it on, and we do have our chat function open right here. We've had a few shout outs already. If you do want to ask Brad anything, ask anything to Polar Media House in general, feel free. Yeah, definitely. throwing a line out from the sidelines.
It is
like them.
Yeah, it is a lucky job being a hooker when we're around, because they're standing still and they're looking pretty majestic. So always makes for a good shot. Max Keller is definitely a culprit of a couple of those shots, and I think Rowley's too far behind.
And on the Maidenhead Instagram page, I know that Rowley's had a few clips already on the question ones.
Yeah, he definitely gave us some great answers there. Speaks very highly about how welcoming this club is when he first joined, and obviously getting he won an award last year at the awards ceremony. He won second team player of the year.
I think so, yeah.
And that's just a testament to his hard work in the week and his leadership on the weekend as well.
Yeah, and a substitution looks like CT's on.
Time is on.
Oh, Joe, I think. Joe coming on to second row with JJ taking a breather. Oh, and Levi just pulls himself down. He looks like he's hurt himself there, setting off from the sideline to go and catch that.
Yeah, it's not a nice sight there.
Oh, and Monkey gets under that, but it is under pressure. Oh, and a fumble. Yeah, on offside as well. That should be a penalty. Yeah. Oh, that's so silly. You just got to be switched on with something like that. It looks like JJ will be coming back on for Levi. He's smiling, but it might be a stinger, that.
Yeah, not the best start to the half. Very scrappy.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, it's good to see him up and walking.
His knee.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah, and the penalty there coming for offside, a sloppy mistake, but one that's very easy to make. So when the kick comes in behind or the ball's ever out there and it's knocked on, if you were in front of the person that knocked it on and you pick the ball up, you are offside, so it will kind of change from a simple knock-on to a penalty. So it's actually a really big mistake to give.
That's his debut, it's his first game. He was from Colts last year.
Charlie, number 19.
And the lights on the Toby Carvery have just come on. Always nice to see. And a good clearance there. Some good yardage made. Maidenhead into the Bracknell half for the first time. As your little dinger on one of the cars in the lot there.
Hope that's not mine. Yeah, good chance for Maidenhead to set something off from the top here.
Yeah, Charlie hasn't played a game yet. It's his first game.
So yeah, the debut for old Charlie boy there.
At number 19.
Welcome to men's rugby. There's a few players with a few more beers, a few more pounds in there that'll throw the weight about on you a lot more than you do in the Colts. I remember that being the biggest shock. Being kind of a bigger lad in the Colts side, suddenly you're like a feather in the wind compared to some of these old boys out there.
Yeah.
As Maidenhead finally linked 3 passes together.
And a lovely move there.
Great offload from Sammy B into Louis. And a good set for his brother to come and play. They'll play inside Charlie with his first hand on the ball.
I love a bit of phase play there as well. It's good to see.
Makes a couple of yards on. And Monkey just slips out of his hands. That's such a shame. With Maidenhead pressure building, Monkey either loses his footing, doesn't quite have the grip on the ball he thought he did, and a knock on Bracknell put-in.
But it's good to see that clearly the boys can play at the moment.
Yeah, early in the second half, linking 3 passes together, and
great offload by Sam as well to keep that ball moving.
And yeah, Maidenhead once again kind of underestimating this Bracknell kicking attack.
Very.
I know Lukey boy's kind of baiting them into giving him the ball, but even so, asking a lot of himself. If the kick is a good one, you put yourself under a lot of pressure.
Unnecessary pressure as well.
Yeah, it's kind of high risk, high reward, I guess.
But they might have guessed right here, because they aren't clearing their lines.
Nice little DSP there. Doesn't really make too many yards, but nice to see Bracknell trying to play. And yeah, not rolling away. Not sure who that is down there. It's Louis Monk.
Yeah.
Finds himself on the wrong side. It's always difficult to kind of dig yourself out of a hole once you get trapped down there, and falls foul to it and gives away the pen.
Yeah, good chance for Bracknell to make some good yardage of that, so.
Good clearance. Is it going to stay in?
Oh.
No. Get some really good meters, that. Always a risk, pushing it to the very edges, but when it does come off, march yourselves up into an attacking position.
Still a bit far out for a bit of a rolling maul, I think, for Bracknell.
Don't ever doubt it, Brad. We've seen crazier things happen on a Braywick pitch.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. Oh,
and a good battle at the front, but it looks like it is... No, Maidenhead ball, good steal. CT will pick up just to give his 9 some extra room to breathe.
Lovely that, yeah, good ball out there.
Rowley goes up midfield, and it is loose again. Yeah. Rowley must have had a kebab on the way in or something. That's kind of the second or the third time we've seen it slip out of his fingers.
Oh, making some good yards here.
Oh, and that one off the leg. Yeah,
the ref is very hot on the rucks here. Holding onto the ball for quite a while
pass.
there. And Louis,
well done, Louis Monk. Meets the big man.
That's what you want to do with a big ball carry. You want to get up in his face.
And when the 9 is messing around with it at the back, you've just got to put some pressure on.
A bit of uncertainty in the 9s.
And then give and go from the 10. It's always
holding on there.
Whenever you see a non-9 come to the back of the ruck, you always know that something stupid's going to come.
Yeah. And another card.
This one for Will Manning.
That's not.
Wow, 2 yellows for Maidenhead in this game.
I can't say I'm surprised with this ref. He's hot on a lot of things, and it might have been a...
He is, and Rowley automatically knows that he's got the armband.
Yeah, it's always
up to the ref to introduce himself. Ref probably knows him more than well enough already.
Infamous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Manning is the captain. Rowley's the voice sometimes.
Yeah. Well, Rowley will be the decision maker so far. And Bracknell will hope for another one, more of the same. This one, you'd think he'd be going right for the 5. No, they're going for the scrum. Yeah. Just lost a front rower. Looks like Gilly. Yeah. Summons for Gilly from the sideline.
It's always good to be able to call upon another front row player.
Yeah. Liam Wandowski making way for Ben Gill this time.
Feels like a bit of deja vu here.
And Gilly will wander over and do what he does best.
This is where he wants to play.
So Bracknell will be eyeballing this. Not sure whether a back has gone into the scrum. It looks like not. I think Maidenhead decided to go without an 8.
It looks like an 8 pick here.
And but
lovely.
Good strength in the Maidenhead pack there. Gilly doing very well coming on, making a solid platform with no 8. Not sure what's just gone on up there. Freddie going flying.
I think that was also Elliot Monk taking down their big 8 as well. That's commendable there.
And Bracknell will go blind again, kind of in 2 minds. Throws the fend off out there and comes back inside well.
Good pressure there from
Bracknell committing a lot of men to these rucks, which means that when the ball does eventually come out of them, that there's no one really there to cause any problems. But another penalty. Hands on the ground. It's probably the 5th penalty for hands on the ground that the referee's given here. Something he's clearly got on his mind and thinks is very important.
Rowley stepping into his captaincy
looks
role
like
here.
Looks like he's counting the penalties that have come up, because the 2 yellow cards so far have been for one-off incidences, so the number of penalties conceding is still on the ref's mind for a 2nd yellow card.
Which would not be great in this position.
Yeah, Rowley pulling his troops in to warn them that the cheese is on the board and just needs to be served if one of his boys continues.
Yeah, and hopefully that's a stern talking to, because especially at this point of the game. Really
I mean, if Bracknell score next with a yellow, you've got every thought in this game that they could continue building. I mean, the territory so far is astonishing. It hasn't so much been in the Maidenhead 22. It's more so been between the halfway and the 22 of the Maidenhead defensive side. But Bracknell managed to keep hold of a messy line out.
Really
there is space
poor line
blind,
out
a hell of a lot of space blind. If they can spot this. Not sure who's even got the ball at the moment.
Yeah, not exactly what I think they had planned from that line out.
No, overthrown at the back, but kind of collected nicely, but messing around on the floor, it looks like. I think the referee's signaling there that people trying to kind of just make sure that the ball ended up on their side rather than the defensive one. And a lot of hand signals. Oh, and another yellow,
one.
It was. Yeah, it was. No, it's a. So it will be a Bracknell. It doesn't look like a penalty try.
And I was just about to say I would not be messing around with this ref at this point of the game. If he's already just had a chat with your captain about totting up the penalty count.
Yeah, it's another one of those that when the ball's messy and it's kind of out there, you think you have a chance to make something happen because it's kind of scrambledy, messy ball, but that you sometimes can find yourself on the wrong end of those.
This is, yeah, definitely where you want to err on the side of caution.
So, and another forward, I believe number 6 going off there. And a big shake of the head on the sideline. I think it's Oscar. I'll have to check that after the game. But yeah, another forward off the pitch.
Someone's got to step in.
And on your try line, the thing is you can't commit another player to the scrum because it's so easy to run this through the hands and score. So, as Bracknell, you've just want to march this. No, you picked it so early, and good try, really good finish. But you 2 men up in the scrum, just wander it forwards. Just control the ball at 8. And just wander the scrum over the line.
Yeah.
There's no way you can defend a scrum with 2 less players in. And if you could leave that many backs out, but I mean, the big boy doing what he does best, pulls the ball, runs over.
Yeah,
runs over a couple, and that's it. Bracknell very much back in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I said that's exactly what they wanted to get from this possession as well. Doesn't it seem it was a T very slow to come on. But yeah, like Tom said, 2 men down. I just get.
Yeah, I think it's probably. I think Cammy maybe having second thoughts, having just watched that on allowing 2 forwards to be down. I think either you ask Sammy B to
jump in,
to go back to like being a forward. Or you have to pull one of these backs off and bring JJ back on. I think I would probably. Sammy has done well so far, and I would feel like I'd be more than happy just putting him on the flank. But we'll see what Cammy decides.
Yeah, a lot of questions to be asked here with two men off.
Maidenhead to get us restarted. Not seen too many of these so far. This one very deep and.
Challenging.
Very deep, and a great chase from Joe.
Good tackle there.
Yeah, Charlie, great tackle. The two young boys linking up there for the kick chase as Rowley gets stuck in on the outside, completely away from anything.
There. Yeah, and that should be Maids' ball.
And Sammy's going to have to step up in the line a little bit early.
Yeah.
On the.
And who's he calling up here?
Freddie Tipton got stuck in there. Oh, and he's not going to give another one, is he?
This is.
That did get. It's messy on messy in these. It really is.
Yeah, you almost don't want to commit anyone to these rucks at the moment because it seems like he's.
And referee just shutting down any handbags between Rowley and the Bracknell 6 there before anything gets out of hand with the Maidenhead standing skip. Really not happy with it.
Then hopefully he's gonna keep his cool, because we can't have a 3 from 3 yellow cards in the front row. That would not be that would not be
That'd
ideal.
be pretty impressive.
Some of the older boys in this squad now need to take some control and make.
If we didn't have a scoreboard up on this game and you had only watched this second half, where would you put the scoreboard at this game? I would have no idea. You would think that Bracknell were on top, the way that there's been a few capitulations. Rowley can't quite claim the scrappy ball. That's a double knock on. The referee decides not to do it.
Good little nudge there.
Bracknell can feel a bit hard done by that they're under so much pressure there, because that is a knock on from Rowley at the back, but it should be a Maidenhead put in, but instead, good clearance. Well read at the back there. Gives it to Haywood in midfield. Bit of a fumble. He's going to go. It is on wide. Oh my word! It's close. When he gives it, Sammy B's down the sideline. Does he have the pace? Chucks it back inside. And it's a Bracknell ball. Unlucky there. Sammy getting caught out wide. Decides to try and just chuck it back in instead of getting tackled out. Good cover from Bracknell. Very good cover. And Bracknell will have a chance to clear the lines.
Yeah, that's really where you need to step inside and.
Yeah, and that is a hack away if you've ever seen one. Good
Sam
technique.
Gets another.
Good technique from Sam. Going for the.
Collects it again.
Getting in the air to catch that under no pressure. It's on wide. It is so on wide if they can see it. Luke.
Rowley needs to be putting his hands up here.
And the ball goes loose. Luke Haywood was screaming for that going wide. There was an entire half a pitch to play with on the left. And we can all take a breather for a second.
That's the most exciting part of the second half there, I think.
It was.
Sam Bunted, lovely chip up there and reclaimed it.
Gets up with the high knee to claim the ball in the back under no pressure. Goes for the up and under and it gets blocked. Collects his own ball and does well, but then it just becomes messier and messier.
Yeah, that's where you need to realise where you are and the weather you're playing in, because that much frantic ball. I know Maidenhead love to play quick ball, but sometimes keeping it under wraps.
I think if as soon as that kick, which was a hack from the Bracknell 13 off the left boot, as soon as that kick goes in behind, you need to set yourself and have a look where the options are, because if there had just been winger, fullback, winger out to this left wing, just 3 long passes, switch wings attacks, I think it's a try.
Yeah,
I think Bracknell was so caught up in the scramble D in that far corner and rushed the clearance kick that they had no cover out wide if Maidenhead could have spotted that and just slung it wide.
Yeah, and you saw a bit of moth to some light there. Everyone following the ball and no one covering there.
I just can't understand this backfield cover,
especially with a man down as well.
It just you've proven that they're not going to put it through the hands. We've proven this, and there we go. So why is your winger on the line? Look at the space that Luke's got to cover in the backfield.
It seems like
there he goes. But suddenly your 10 realises it and goes back and covers it instead.
Luckily, it seems that Bracknell aren't utilising the fact that we are down to 13 with pulling people in for a couple of rucks and getting out wide. Because as you can see here,
when you've got 2 centres like Swinney and Monkey, the 2 of them can tackle till the cows come home. Just leave the 2 of them to eat up any challenge in midfield and force them to go wide, because they haven't done it once. Oh, and a little kick step, throws the fend out, chucks it back in, fantastic, offload. And it's back outside. And Sammy B does well, comes from off the pitch to come and cover that. Great hands from the Bracknell players, but kind of get forced out of bounds.
And a bit of handbags there, I think.
You love to see it in the local rivalry.
And it's lovely to see so many fans coming out to see this game.
You love to see the hooting and hollering.
This game is finally coming alive.
Yeah.
This is what.
And the Braywick massive getting under the skin of the Bracknell players, and with no ridiculous air horn to go off in the Bracknell support, they're a little bit outnumbered.
Yeah, nothing like Derby Day to get this game a little bit fired up.
Finally, it looks like a Bracknell Maids game.
Another sub. Yellow cards back on.
If you
First one.
If you said that there were two yellows in the game, you'd have thought it's been a chippy game, and it hasn't even remotely been.
I think Rowley's been the only one that's got a slight talking to. But yeah, hopefully.
But a bit of fire is what I think Maids need right now. They
get under their skin a bit, yeah. And hopefully with Manning back on a bit more.
Just
not a nice ball.
And Swinney just throwing an absolute missile at the feet of Monkey. Not a lot he can do. I mean, his hands are there to try and play. If he had a second to think about it, he probably would have took that down on the foot. But he's obviously reaching for it in the crouch position, and no chance he's collecting that.
Yeah,
a good ball from Rowley as well. It's straight down the middle. Swinney just needs to be held up. It's not all Swinney's fault that he needs to be held in the air. As soon as he caught that, he's on the way down, and to try and dish a ball as you're coming down with no kind of strong platform to actually throw it from, it's tough.
Yeah, and I think Rowley can be happy with his line out so far. I think he's...
Yeah, and the scrum kind of bridges in the middle, but it stays strong, comes out the back, and here we go.
Finally.
And Bracknell looking to play, and it was on as well.
Yeah, I think the rain is cleared up now, so maybe we will see some...
Great play from Will there. Will 11.
This is where we need to play some phases, get it through the.
Yeah, and no support out there for Freddie, so I just has to try and tuck it up. Rowley's there to play with him. They'll go blind. It is on again.
It is on.
Manning has the footwork. Doesn't quite have anyone to give it to. He'll keep hold of it.
Smart to keep hold of it.
No, that's on the floor, all over it, trying to slow that down. Great collection from Liam.
And it's still on. It's still on out wide.
His hands on the ground there. It is on. Playing the 9.
Yeah.
And Monkey loves milking those. The tap and go from CT.
That's
the score. Well watched from CT. I mean, the body language from Bracknell, there were players facing the complete wrong direction. CT spots it and scores. And that, do you know what? There has been finally some fight in this Maidenhead side, and look what comes of it. Some pressure, forced mistakes, and a score.
If we're Bracknell, I'm a bit upset that we've conceded that after a lot of good pressure, but definitely.
It's one of those that there hasn't really been, they haven't threatened the Maidenhead try line, but they've kept the ball in areas for long periods.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just took a toll on them, and suddenly, Maidenhead get a bit of fire and
they're up. Yeah, and I think that's where some of the senior players in that Bracknell side need to pull the boys in, and because that turning away from the ball with a quick tap on the way is not what you want to see. But great score for Maidenhead there, puts us a couple of scores up now, and is the second yellow card back on? Yep, so we're back up to 15 all. So to score one and concede one in that play, that's quite offside from a lot of those Bracknell players there. And
it looks like it'd be a Bracknell knock on. Wait, this ref is all over the place with his signals.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Maidenhead knock on.
Maidenhead knock on, but yeah.
But surely,
on that,
you hit it the way that the person's knocked it on.
And the way that they're playing,
signal, right? Well, Maidenhead knock on.
So a full front row back in as well.
And you don't see it enough, in my opinion. The old switcheroo on the way through to the kickoff. I love it.
Yeah, that is classic.
I love it. It's such S-housery, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's prime Colts rugby, I think.
It is.
Trying to find a bit of...
On occasion, it is actually really effective, so I actually really, really rate that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's something...
The sprint to the line, the free kick.
Yeah, early push there, I think. And that's the boys need to switch on.
That was just not a tap. It's just so dumb. When you've seen him... When you've seen him ping the other team for it, you know that it's something that the ref cares about.
It's hot on, yeah.
With a lot of refs, they won't even realise that. They won't think twice about it. But when you've seen him give a pen already for it,
I think Freddie's going to tap this and
just
run.
skyball it, man.
Yeah.
It's just prime territory to spiral bomb this in the rain.
And we've got players that can do that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's a good.
Yeah, and Monkey gets it away to CT. Does his old tuck up the jumper and throw a shoulder out, and it works for him again.
And I think
this
this
one's
is-
into the backfield. There's a lot of players offside. Yeah, Freddie is going to have to go forwards though.
He's going to have to be the only one chasing this.
Was that touched by the Bracknell? I don't think so.
No. A good idea, but I think that was definitely a position to set up a few face plays. But
Yeah, unlucky there. Kick just went a little long, and it's one of those. As soon as you see the first bounce and it bounces on the tip and starts rolling,
very
you
hard
travel
to,
a long old way.
Bring it back from the scrum then.
"64 minutes gone. We're at 33-12 here, down at Braywick.
Looking good so far.
We are it's looking good for a Maidenhead victory.
No updates from the first team, so no score update, I don't think, at the moment.
There'll be a Bracknell put in about 5 or 6 metres just to the right hand side of halfway.
What I will say is, I know this Bracknell team has only won one game this season, but they do look promising.
Good pick up from the 10, and it is on wide.
Swinny's got that.
Oh, good step. Oh, Swinny, you've got boys inside you. I mean,
Trust yourself there.
It's a really. Oh, the bounce is favourable.
Good tackle there by Monkey.
Swinny stays on it. No, I think it's knees on the ground there. In fact, done really well. Bit kind of bided his time so his players could get in.
That's where
Good
Swinny
cover.
needs to back himself.
He had Monkey on the inside who's got pace enough, and you was only one man. If it's a 2-on-1, the kick is never the right option.
A bit of rush of blood there, and great tackle by Manning there. He left himself for a step there, but I reckon.
Yeah, he did go down very
early. Yeah, there was definitely a chance that he could have been made a fool there, but that's very impressive.
Oh, and the substitute comes on and just concedes a pen immediately.
Not what you want.
Hands on floor.
Hands on the ball.
For hands on the floor, yeah. So Bracknell once again looking to go out the back, and it is on. It is absolutely on. If they can just link those passes together, there's passes going high, there's passes going low, there's passes on the back hip. They can just.
That's not gone.
Yeah, it's come off the instep and stayed in bounds. It'll be counted here. Great
space there.
Puts a bit of footwork in.
Someone
well
needs to put him down. Wow, great yardage
They've got
there.
to go open here.
Yeah.
Joe and Freddie step up. He's got one on the ins, one on the outs.
Ooh.
Goes through to the back.
And that's
Haywood will
Luke.
go through.
Great
He'll step inside.
Great decision there by Luke.
Oh, can't get the offload away. Monkey does well to collect.
Good hands
Good scrag tackle there, because Lukey Haywood is not easy to bring down.
He pumps the legs very well.
And Rowley's hanging out on the touchline. And do you know what? If I'm Rowley, I want this.
Yeah, I'm screaming for this ball.
And if you've got the miss pass, just give him the ball. He's there for it. And and I just back Will to have that miss pass in the locker as well. Maynard will keep going. They will go blind once again.
Behind Sam there. Rowley needs to be making a bit more of a fit here.
Yeah, and Freddie just kind of took it stationary, and when you stood still and you swing the hands through, you're always bound to kind of put it behind where you're supposed to go in. Like if you're not on the front foot when you make the pass, often you can kind of pull it behind where you're trying to go to.
Yeah, and Sam read that well. He was looking for that first time ball, and I think he would have been in a good position, but. Yeah, as an ex-hooker myself, if I was in Rowley's position there, I would be screaming.
Yeah.
For that ball.
You just love to outside the 22. Well stolen.
Yeah.
It'll come again.
It's time to get it wide
just
now.
keep going wider.
It's time to get wide.
There's Lou.
Oh.
Joe puts it on the back hip of Lou Monk. And a bit of a good pick up, and he's in. He's absolutely in.
Yeah, I think Luke's got this all day, Luke.
Oh, and a great tackle. He pops it. Didn't collect that. Yes, he did. Wow. Good finish. And that's Will with the try there for Maids.
A great setup by Luke there, beating a few men.
Yeah, an awfully messy attack. It's very unlucky. I think Louis probably should take that looking on the replay. Joe
Good
just
pick up by Luke.
It is a very good pick up, and that's what he can do. Steps back inside. I mean, a really good cover tackle coming through, but does well to just leave it up for his winger, who doesn't have a lot to do other than tuck it up with a jumper and flop over.
And I think if there's one play to describe this afternoon, I think it was that.
Yeah.
I think it was exactly that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to put words in the Bracknell team mouth, but I feel like that could be the dagger for this game. Yeah, and a lot of boys, this means a lot.
Great.
Beating Bracknell. Great strike there. After a shaky first 10 minutes to this first half, or 15 minutes, we've really settled the ship and made good of a bad situation, I think.
Yeah, no, it's definitely nice to see. It's kind of two different sides that you see in Maidenhead, from kind of the second half of the first half and the first half of the second half. That whole kind of half in the middle was kind of a bit timid, maybe scared to try something, but looks like suddenly somebody just decided to strap on a pair and go and play rugby.
This is exactly.
And there we go, scrambling inside. Does have one inside, but his head is down.
Yeah,
and you just
that is amazing.
And the offload is away.
Lewandowski's got this. He's got
Does he have the pace to go? Does he have the pace to go? Oh, scragged down.
And a great offload there to Manning.
No, Manning's going to set. Oh, he's going to go for it.
I think.
No, keep playing. Keep playing. You just know that. Look at there's 4 Maidenhead players on the left side if this does come out.
Is the ref going into his pocket?
And Joe doing really well, head down, running through the middle. It's kind of one of those. That was one of those attacks where, is it white line fever? I don't know when, but you know, your head's down thinking you can score, and you're only thinking about the pass once you realise you can't.
Yeah.
Whereas you need to be attacking those breakaways, thinking, how best do we score? Kind of not best do it.
And I think that's exactly what you were saying at the time, where just needed a few players to really switch on and take the game by the scruff of its neck, and he did exactly that. But unfortunately, it was a bit late to get the pass away.
And asking a lot, goal line dropout in conditions like these is not easy. That's a really good strike, actually.
Yeah, and the rain's come back.
It's a fantastic goal line dropout. Clears his 22.
I mean,
in the wet, at this level, from a goal line dropout, if you can clear your 22, then I feel like nobody can really have any grievances with that.
Yeah.
And once again, Manning and
and that ball squirmed out the side there.
Whose is this going to be?
And that looks like we're trying to retrieve that. So
it's very hard to from the signals to decide what what this ref is going to eventually award.
Especially,
we apologise for that.
Especially at ruck time as well. There looks to be a lot of players that are just existing in that area and not really doing much.
Yeah, if that ball did eventually come out, the Will squared out wide, we're asking for that, and it would have been a nice 2-on-1.
Is that time off by the ref? Trying to chatting to Will.
He's coming up for a sub. The
ref's coming over to chat to someone.
Well, Bracknell just wanted to call this early and go for an early bath.
How's it cold?
I have no idea what that's about. I'm sorry, apologies, we didn't have the ref mic
on that. Yeah. But yeah, I think if we could put another score on them, that would be a good showing. But yeah, the rain's coming down a little bit heavier now.
So a lovely platform. There's been a few scrappy tries, a few kind of breakaways. This is a good chance to score a good quality kind of set piece proper move here.
Yeah,
we had the big rumble from about 10 metres out that was kind of just a missed defence off the line out score. This one, we want to see something proper built off a platform here.
Yeah.
So Rowley will have the puts in. You'd expect to see Swinney going up at the front, maybe. Swinney actually standing out for this one. Looks like he'd be coming into the middle.
If I was a betting man, I would probably call a rolling maul. But I would love to see...
Well, the backs are looking completely disinterested in midfield, so you can imagine that this is probably not their call. The comms have come from Elliot at the front saying, "Go and put the kettle on, lads. We'll see you in 5 minutes."
And we get a new ball, seems.
And this is where you miss having Lucas, the first team manager. I've seen him grapple an 8-year-old to get a ball back on the pitch.
If there's a ball in a mile radius, Lucas will go find it.
We're all out, it seems. So we just wrap it up there, ref.
Yeah, I think hopefully everyone can think about the next play to come. So hopefully this move off this line out will be clean.
You can see all of the backs discussing in detail about the lines that they're about to run off this. You're expecting a crazy Sexton loop, something like that. I think that's definitely what's going to come here.
Rowley's envisioning. Rowley's definitely envisioning the type of throw he's going to be putting in.
And actually, really good comms from the Bracknell sideline there, saying if we've run out of balls, surely that's a Maidenhead forfeit. Which I actually quite like that.
At 40-12 down, anything you can do to swing the game your way.
And we do have a ball eventually.
Yeah, whoever's got that is definitely getting man of the match. Don't know where that's come from, but.
And it will be Swinney in the middle.
And that's exactly what we wanted to see.
Is this going to be... And it looks like the maul is moving. Has stalled a little bit as it starts to spin. Not sure Rowley has this clean at the back. Monkey will look to try and fish it out.
A lot of bodies in there.
And this is... You'd expect the once call to have been shouted from the ref here. Ball is on the ground. Is it free to play? It is.
Yeah,
so it will be back's ball.
And a good move
and
there.
it is going to go... The dummy... well
good
read.
Shot there,
Really well read. Didn't fall for the dummy at all and puts a good shot in on Haywood. Maidenhead get round the corner. It's just got to go through the hands.
Should have been tapped on there.
Does he have the footwork to do him?
Back inside. Good read there. Yeah,
good finish. Messy, but a score.
All things considered,
we've said that about 1,000 times so far this game.
Yeah, all things considered, a pretty well worked try.
Yeah, and maybe when Lukey watches that back, he'll probably think maybe I should have just dished that through the hands. I think it would have been a walkthrough if it had gone.
Yeah.
Tries something and gets melted from the outside.
Yeah, his opposite number had clearly been watching the last few plays and knew exactly what he wanted to do with that.
Greedy boy.
But yeah, the ball eventually does come through the hands. Not as slick as you would like, but it's always hard when the ball bounces and goes wide. You're sprinting over to try and cover. So when you step back inside, if your inside cover isn't as strong as you would like, and another great nudge off the tee. Fantastic kicker.
Yeah, I think exactly what you were saying there. I think cutting back in, especially when you're close to the sideline, cutting back in as everyone's trying to cover you on the defensive side. Yeah,
when it's wet as well, you just don't really have the grip to try and jump back inside and make.
Especially on this pitch as well. We've seen a couple of lost footings this game, and a handsome scoreline.
I mean, Bracknell will be going home and telling their kids and telling their wives that they were in it till the end. And do you know what?
I would say so.
Yeah, I feel like they can genuinely feel a tad hard done by. They've been the worst side all overall.
Yeah.
But in patches,
they looked much better. I think, especially when leaders like Manning go off.
It just is one of it's kind of you see it so commonly.
Good take by Swinney.
So Swinney with an unconventional kicking technique, but it is effective. Is it going to
far.
roll deep?
Yeah, it's gone.
Once again, it's probably going to go. No, he'll have to collect this one.
Good covering by these boys. Hopefully we can put them down.
Good chase, Liam.
Need to be putting someone down.
You just got to be pressing from wide there.
Yeah. He's not made any ground.
You need to just box him in. If he wants to throw a pass up, loop it over your head to his player, then force him to do that.
Need to bite. Need to know when to bite there.
Yeah, so I think it's again one of those games that although Bracknell have had most of the territory, they've linked phases together, they've run one-on-one a lot. they never looked like they were going to make someone miss and run the length and score, whereas Maidenhead looked like they were going to do that on several occasions.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of legs by the Bracknell
boys. Will it come? The cross field! Oh, I think it's skewed.
Taken in there. Yeah, it's lovely there.
Offside. Yeah. Oh. It's unlucky. You absolutely love to see it. And
at this point in the game.
And actually quite a good execution as well. Quite a good execution of the kick. I actually thought he'd skewed it and it was going to go dead, but
a good take as well. There's a lot of pressure on you at that point.
Yeah, that's unlucky. When you're in that much room, just make sure you're on side.
Yeah.
Hold yourself. The referee loves to ping those, he loves to be the guy that
holds that
that gives the offside for a crossfield kick, and just don't give him the excuse to when you've got that much room.
Yeah, and especially after the performance of this ref today, I think making sure that you are erring on the side of caution is very important.
Yeah. And when all the players watch this back, Brad and I do intensely apologise for the fact that there are several players on this pitch that I don't recognise and don't know the names of as well as I probably should. We pretty much watch the ones like 80% of the time, so apologies, lads.
Yeah, and classic of twos rugby, the team sheets do change.
Yeah, if I had a team sheet that actually was true, correct, I wouldn't have a problem.
I spent yesterday afternoon designing the team sheets that went out on social media, and it's not quite.
Yeah, I don't know why you even bother putting Frizz's name on the team sheets anymore.
I had intel from the couple of days ago that he was turning up.
We'll probably see him inside 4 days deep after the game. So.
What I like about Frizz, he takes his inhaler and then as a
It's proactive.
And we've got the clock going red. I think the referee will probably have at least a minute or two.
Yeah, I think there's been a few stoppages.
Yeah, yellows and whatever else. So we'll continue playing with the Bracknell pen. Bracknell will be desperate to get another here.
And for Maidenhead,
because I think 40-20 is, I think, representative of this game. I think if the score finishes 40 odd 20 something, I think that everybody can kind of go home feeling like they've
done something.
47-12, it's
slyly looks like a hiding.
It is a battering.
Yeah, and especially on a day like today. Yeah. Putting 12 points on the board is not going to sit right when you're going to have your takeaway.
But Swinney once again going up and Rowley again
barreling through here.
He is, but once again knocking it on. I think he must be hitting double-digit knock-ons today.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch the fines.
He's frustrating to watch, is Rowley, because his brain is really good.
Yeah.
And he does lots of the right things. Like, he's got through perfectly. That's exactly what you want to see from someone at the back of the line now. Getting through to kind of steal stuff. He just needs to bloody catch it.
Exactly.
I think it's been tough. It's been tough for the forwards today. Exactly. I think getting your hands on the ball that many times. But it is good to see them still trying to play as much as possible, even when we're this close to the end.
I'd love to see Bracknell have another do at putting this through the hands and actually put it through the hands.
Yeah.
Because it looks like the lines that they're running are okay.
They're well designed.
They're running them in the right positions, at the right people, at the right times. They just are not putting the ball in the hands of the players that need to play with it.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's been a lot of instances where the forwards are keeping hold of the ball a lot more than they probably should have from the Bracknell side. I think we haven't seen a lot of legs from these boys.
I have no idea how quick the Bracknell wingers are.
Yeah.
No idea. No idea. I couldn't tell you whether he was as slow as out or whether he's absolutely rapid.
Exactly, and I think that's testament to the way this game's gone. And we said it would be a quiet day for the likes of Sam Bunsen on the wing, but it looks like the Bracknell wingers have had a bit more of a quieter day.
Yeah, well, a brace for Will on one side.
Yeah.
Sammy had a nice little attack down the far side.
He's did a few tackles as well.
Yeah, and he's got in the mix a lot. Yeah, I was Bracknell definitely just going to nudge this team a bit further. Got one of their tries earlier off the maul, so be
not
interested
too far
whether they back it from 20 out.
Yeah, I'd say about that.
Still hobbling.
Yeah, and a couple of injuries picked up today. Hopefully they're not too serious.
Sad to see Levi.
Yeah.
He
would have had a field day for this game, yeah.
He spent a lot of time with ball in hand in the first 20 minutes.
Him and Freddie definitely scaring the opposition in the first half.
Here we go. Probably one of the last moves of the game, and
good
it's
win.
got nicked away. But they will carry on playing. He'll go back
Up in the
against
sky.
the grain. Is it going to be collected? Wow, it's actually a really good
And this
take
is where we
over
need
his
two
shoulder.
passes out of here, and you don't want to be running into all the traffic.
Good carry,
Yeah.
really good carry. Double tackle to be made. Right, then they were both right there. Splits them nicely. It makes a couple of metres. I mean, that's a bit of... Probably should wrap up a bit better than that.
Yeah.
Is he give the no wrap? Yeah, I was going to say. That's
Who is that on?
so fair. George?
Oh, yeah.
No, that was yours.
Whoever it was.
Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie, yeah.
Charlie. Yeah, I mean, we'll have a look again at that on the replay, and I mean, just straight nose dives at the guy's toes.
Which is, if anything, commendable to put your face down there, but
Tap tackle.
yeah, unfortunately an illegal manoeuvre.
Yeah, I mean, a tap tackle from a one-out ruck is pretty impressive.
Again, maybe at the point of the game where people are starting to switch off a bit.
I think they call that the sleeping policeman. We're having a look at man of the match. I think there's definitely a few candidates. I mean, you can't ignore a Brace on the wing, but I feel like maybe not as influential as somebody closer in
To the action,
Wow, and here we go.
Great
Bracknell
driving
all
ball
beginning
there.
to rumble. Freddie has to get back round.
Everyone's getting in
Yeah,
here.
and a few of the backs get in, and then as soon as the backs join, it becomes insanely messy. Great tackle.
No line from
Backfield.
either teams here.
I think that's
I'm not sure where that's going to go. Maybe they're over. Oh.
knock on. What
unfortunate.
a shame. And
he's
that
called
is
it.
our final whistle. And Bracknell really getting a rumble on there, but as soon as the backs came in, as soon as it started kind of getting messy,
Got a
it
bit
broke
frantic,
up, and then they break away. It's all in the tackle at the back. I mean, that could have easily rolled over. Unbelievable chop tackle, and then a bit of a fumble, and that'll be all she wrote as the players begin to shake hands.
Great game there, I think, all in all.
Yeah.
Definitely scrappy, but at least there was a good couple of tries in there.
So,
Boys can be proud.
Brad, who have you got on your mind?
I think Elliot Monk, I think, did well with the ball that he was given. I think it's not easy to play in this kind of game with this kind of weather, especially with the Bracknell backs hammering and hounding from line-outs and rucks.
He was on my mind as well. I think there was a clear distinction between the two nines.
Yeah,
One kind of dictating, and as soon as the ball came in, you knew it was his.
Red,
it was going. The other one, bit tentative, kind of pulled out of rucks too early.
Yeah, closed down a lot of options for his back line.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, a few of the big boys were.
Freddie was great.
Done their job. I think that they've had better games, though.
Yeah.
I think I've seen them be more effective.
Yeah,
I feel reluctant to give it to Freddie because I know that
he can do better. He's
would
done better.
feel like he has had much better games that he maybe hasn't won man of the match.
Yeah, and I think unfortunately for Levi, definitely, I think he would have.
Yeah.
He might have run away with it with the way that he was running earlier in the game. But I think for the 80 minutes on the pitch, I would say Elliot Monk.
Yeah. So you're sponsored by Polar Media House Man of the Match.
Yeah, we'll say that. Yeah. Elliot Monk, happy to give it to him. And I think, apologies, not knowing the name of our number 10, but again, both of them setting up the platform for the team in this weather with probably not the best ball. I think it was great to see those two make do with what they had.
Yeah, I really think it's. I mean, great game and very nice off the tee.
Yeah, very good kicking. Yeah.
Out of hands, there were a couple that got away from him, but off the tee was phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, it's been great.
And fantastic debut from Brad.
Thank you very much. Hope you'll be back soon. Yeah.
Better than Scott.
Yeah.
Didn't swear.
And we'll see you another time. I'm not sure if we'll have another twos game at some point, but Yeah, an absolute pleasure, and we'll see you all again. Please subscribe to the channel, and you'll get updates when we have new live streams and all of the
good stuff.
highlights and the good stuff. And add Polar Media House on Instagram.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, all the content on Instagram as well. That's for Polar Media House working with Maidenhead. It's been great.
I doubt we have any Bracknell supporters, but I do apologise for any and all offence we may have caused to the Bracknell community. We always love having you guys down here. So yeah, all the best. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra. Excellent.